What is happening to me?
Did you miss me, Spidey? I'm losing my mind.
How's it going, y'all? Rowdy Riles back with another video. Now, I don't want anyone to ever say, oh, Rowdy's never wrong. She thinks she's right all the time. I can admit when I'm wrong. Only when I'm wrong. And I was wrong about this figure and its not necessity, but its improvements. You know, I thought it was mostly reused, and it is mostly reused, but there's some new bells and whistles on this brand new day Spider-Man figure that make up for the lack of certain things in the last release on this mostly reused body. But the improvements, they make this a better figure. And I've seen people with the SHF brand new day figure, and I will say that this is probably better articulated than that SHF, especially because the plastic quality, like people say that they feel like they're gonna break their SHF. I don't feel like I'm gonna break this. These hips work better, and that's because this whole torso is new. We'll get into it in the video. But yeah, I can admit when I'm wrong, okay? All right? So with all that being said, let's just get into it, okay? Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, I fell for the trap, y'all. I went and saw the movie and it was so good, and I was like, I want the Spider-Man from the movie, even though we know they're probably going to make an all-new sculpt one at some point that closer matches with removable web shooters, yada yada yada. You know, they're probably going to do that. But I am glad to get this. He was in stock, and then Sunday after I went to see the movie, he was out of stock everywhere. So I had to wait a little bit, but Amazon came through and I finally got the brand new day Spider-Man. I do actually like this box. It's kind of cool with all the different colors on it. We get some artwork, of course, on the back, and there's a blurb, side art. I really like the colors on the front. Spider-Man, brand new day, Marvel Studios. Spider-Man is back in action, keeping New York City safe. An anonymous hero and brilliant scientist, Peter Parker creates technology to build his own suit. That's what it says, that's it? Wow, alright. Yeah, just, you know, Spider-Man, Spider-Man, yeah.
Well, sorry about that.
Alright, with him out of the box, you know, there's few slight differences to the last release, which was the No Way Home final swing suit. We do have a brand new torso, we'll talk about that more in Articulation, but other than that, it's the same. Obviously the spider symbol and all that stuff is different because, like I said, the torso is different. I think the head sculpt is even the same, but they just kind of like painted it to be a little bit more closed as far as the eyes go. But the web lines are very clean, like as you can see all over. Very clean web lines. We do get full sets of hands, which is nice. We'll go over the accessories more in a second. But he's a good looking Spider-Man figure and he feels great. Probably the best Spider-Man MCU figure that we've gotten as far as like hand feel and articulation in the way that it moves, because there are some improvements here. So I'm kind of eating my hat by buying this, but the movie, y'all, it was so good. I'm a fool. When it comes to accessories and stuff, we get 2 sets of webs, and I will show you there is another use for those. And we actually get a full set of Spider-Man hands. We get the fists, of course, that he comes on, and then we get web slinging hands and wall crawling hands, and that's really it for the accessories, but more than we usually get. It would have been nice to have that unmasked or half unmasked head sculpt that they're showing at, like, I think it's a Target or Walmart, I'm not sure. It's an exclusive and it's dumb. They should have just included an unmasked or half masked head. Just make it the ideal Spider-Man. Don't give us all these chases and stuff. So dumb. But let me show you what those webs can do. What those webs do though. So if you have the brand new day Hulk, these webs just kind of clip onto his shirt. There's a couple rips and stuff. You can put them in different places. They have a couple of clips on them and they're sturdy. They stay on there. It's just kind of a little gimmick, but it is cool that they thought ahead and said, yeah, let's make sure that those webs can stick on there, so there's actually something you can use them for. Because usually when you have them, they got nothing on them, but these are actually new, so that's kind of cool.
Never forget that no matter how powerful you become.
So I don't know if y'all remember, I made a video when this figure was announced talking about how it was so lazy, and 2 things can be true at the same time, okay? Is it a lazy reuse with some changes? Yes. Do the changes vastly improve the figure? Yes, and I'm going to show you why. But I still feel like they should have made an all new mold for this body, just because Peter and Tom Holland at the same time, because, you know, he plays Spider-Man, got a lot beefier. He got a lot chunkier, not like fat, but like muscle. So they should have made this bulkier. But they did give us a new torso, and I'm going to show you the differences, okay? Because it does change it up. It does make it a better figure. All right, so we got the new one, and on this new torso, we've got the old ball and socket system, so he can actually look straight up. And on the Brand New Day, or No Way Home body, it's on that just peg. So he can't look up. He can barely look forward. We do get nice side to side movement, but that's it. The shoulders, they come up about this far. The butterfly joints are kind of weak. So you can see it doesn't really go all the way back for him, even though the sculpt is there, right? So that's one difference right there. And I'm going to show you, stand up. I'm going to show you what the shoulders and stuff look like on him. So shoulders come up over 90 degrees. That butterfly joint goes so much further back, all the way back, actually. So that's an improvement right there. And then here comes the biggest improvement. So look how far he goes forward between that upper torso and the ab crunch. And then you put the head in there and he tucks so much further. Now, we do this one, that's about as far as he goes. So look how much difference there is in the ab crunch. It's actually a lot. It may not look like a lot, but it really is. Like, you can see how far it extends compared to this one. So, you know, that's the biggest difference on these guys as far as the articulation. And the legs, they're still on the same, but because this whole new torso, like this, all of this is new. So these actually aren't as tight as they were on the original final swingsuit. So they kind of fixed it. It still has that like D20 looking peg for whatever reason. But that's going to be the articulation section, because I don't want to like, and also the comparison will for these two. So we'll just get into that really quick, so you can see the differences in the suits. But that was the biggest difference, was the articulation, right? So we will do a really quick articulation section in total. So like I said, the head has a lot more movement, can look all the way up, shoulders come 90 degrees, beautiful butterfly joints with lots of movement, bicep cut, spins all the way around, pinless double elbows, upper ball peg can go back about that far, forward that far, and then you combine it with the ab crunch and it goes forward and backward. Drop down hips, the legs can go forward to the side. We get a thigh cut, we get butt kicking action, no boot cut, we get rockers, and we get wrist pegs. And yeah, so definitely the most articulated MCU Spider-Man that we've gotten. There he is, either web swinging or kicking, one or the other. You can have it both ways, you know, it's Spider-Man. There you go, there's a nice kick for Spidey there. But yeah, you can definitely articulate, definitely pose them up however you want, for the most part, within reason.
The threat we can't control, one we can't even see.
So yeah, with the comparison, I actually think the blue on this suit is more matched to Brand New Day than this one, because it doesn't look like it did in No Way Home. So if they lightened this up and gave this little metallic sheen, I think the colors would be perfect, including the red, because this one is like almost orange with how light the red is. New spider symbol, because it's a new torso. And then you get to the back, and it also has a new spider symbol. Trying to be more thorough here for y'all so you can really see the differences between these two and the similarities. But the whole torso is new, so like the shape of this, the midsection, all that stuff is different between each figure. Next up, of course, here is Spider-Man with the Brand New Day Hulk and the stand-in Brand New Day Punisher, because actually the Daredevil Born Again Season 2 Punisher look is way closer to the Brand New Day look than the single release MCU Punisher that we just got recently. So I have this one on my Spider-Man display because it is much closer, and I put the one with the beard on my MCU display, like MCU just Avengers kind of stuff. But yeah, they scale perfectly together in my opinion. Spidey is the shortest. I just wish that blue was a little bit lighter. Here he is with Ned and MJ, with He-Man and Teela from the movie Motu. Here he is with Ryu Hayabasa and Don Moreno Snake Eyes. And lastly with Jada Toys Shaggy and Mattel Rhea Ripley. So yeah, like I said, y'all, sometimes I can be wrong, and I'm willing to admit it. I do like this figure. I think he's much better than the Final Swing Marvel Legends figure. They fixed a lot of the issues and they added some articulation that was much needed to really bring the movie version of Spider-Man to life. So colors are a little off, but that's because they want you to buy the next one. And you know me, I have a Spider-Man problem. Not so much a Marvel Legends problem, but a Spider-Man problem. But it's not really too much of a problem if you love the game you're playing, right? And if you guys like this video, make sure you smash that like button, hit subscribe if you're new here, become a channel member for 99 cents for early members first videos and other members only content, like sometimes live streams, bloopers, yada yada. And there's also a Discord. Also check out r/figure fanatics on Reddit and my Instagram, rowdy__riles. And let me know if you saw the movie, if you are picking up this figure, or if you're waiting for the probably perfect version that they're going to announce in like 2 or 3 months. Let me know. Always remember to keep your head up, stay brave, be kind to local LGBTQ+ community. If you are protesting, be extra super duper safe. Look out for the person next to you. Just make sure that they're okay, and they'll make sure that you're okay. That's what matters, right? That's what community is about. But with all that being said, I love y'all. I will see you next time, and bye-bye.
I'm not in high school anymore. Oh, did you stretch? You a big stretcher? It's so good for you. You ready?
Just wait 1 minute. I'm watching this new Rowdy Rawls video and it's really awesome. I don't want to miss it.
It's like this chick that reviews action figures and it's really freaking cool.
Yes, I think they saw some videos and there's some really good contents out there, you know?
She reviews the ponies and stuff because you knows I love ponies.
She doesn't review ponies. It's freaking cool stuff, Toki.